Hi guys, this is Tanya Luong, CEO of Glamourlash and Glamour Academy. Today, I want to show you the introductions and preparations for a client. So, before you walk a client in, client should have been fill out a consent form already. In the consent form, there will be a very details of what is it that the client's allergic to, what style of lashes that she wanted to be doing on, and what of the physical issues that that she's having. So pretend this client is everything's clear. So I walk her in, and this is the room setup right here. When I walk her in, I already know from her consent form that she doesn't have any allergic reactions to the glue, have had lashes done before, and she wanted to do a natural set. Okay, so Miss Sue walk in here, and I should do all these introductions and greetings and giving her a comfort that she's going to be okay. I laid her down. And with everything, I would wanted to ask her, give her a little bit of attention with, Miss Sue, are you cold? Do you need a blanket? Do you need a pillow? So Sue said, yes, I do. I would love it. Okay. So I tucked her in, and this is her blanket. I'm going to give her a bit of, a cover here, just so, she can be in a comfort zone. She's all set. And I really wanted to give her a reassurance that what I'm doing to her is very safe. Even though I'm using sharp object, which are the tweezers, and also the glue. However, it's when you have a client here, you just trying to give the best to reassuring your clients that everything is going to be safe, right? And what I would also do is I would also, use my hand sanitizer. I either wash myself, my hand, or I can use the hand sanitizers. That I wanted to demonstrate to Miss Sue that I am practicing precautions and infections control. So after all is done, just want to let her know that she is safe to go, and she's not going to have any moment of uncomfortable. So you have Miss Sue here having a mascara on. So this would be a problem. When a client walked in with a mascara, what I want you to do is pay attention to get all those mascara off. Okay, everything will be off. So what I would do is I would introduce Miss Sue and using our sterile foam cleanser. This is one of our best stash as well. Using this sterile foam cleanser to cleanse off all the makeup, the mascara residues that is on her existing lash. So once you clean everything up, now this lash cleanser, what's good about it is that you can pump it out. Okay, actually you can pump it out like so, and you can apply it right on top of the lash. Okay, you pump out like so, and well, I'll do it for you. You shake it well until it's all like so here, okay, and tap it off. And I can use this mascara one, dab it on, and I should brush it on all the different lashes and continue to brush all this mascara and makeup residues off. And that's what we want to do. Once that's off, and what you want to do is you want to go ahead and use the wet nap or a cleanser to the tissue. you're going to dab it off and remove everything off. Okay, that's with the sterile cleanser. So after the sterile cleanser is applied, now you have a clean lashes. So what to do next is to be able to use an agent that helps open the lashes cuticle, as well as to be able to absorb that glue in and have a better bondage. I'm talking about glue primer. Okay, so this is one of our products, glue primer. All you need to do is of 1 or 2 drops that would really able to use throughout the whole both eyes. So what I do is I do one eye at a time. Let's see here. So I would use the mascara one again. So the way that I drop it, then I would drop it. So you can see right here, 2 drops on the side, just at the tip. And I would wing. I would really wing the extra off. That's it. And along with that, you just want to feel your clients with the, get rid of all the uncomfortable. I would have this fan right next to her, and I would wing at the tip first. Just wing left and right. So you can see this, wing left and right. And as you do it, you're gonna wing closer to the root, and then you can brush it out. The reason why I use the fan is because sometimes the primer does have a bit of the alcohol to it. So we wanted to get rid of all that excess odor film that the client comes in contact. Okay, so that's done. Once I prepare the primer, now, how to get the best retention with our glue, and I'm going to introduce it a little bit later, is you get all the impurity off, all the dirt, all the makeup, all the mascara, and then afterward you have a clean lash. And what happened is that now you want to allow that hair cuticle to open in order to absorb the glue, right? So that's why I use the primer. So now we finished with the sterile lash cleanser with the primer. Now she is ready to go. And what I did is, before everything, with the cleansing and with the priming, now we're going to apply the gel eye pad. So right now I already have a gel eye pad on, which is, prepared for the purpose of today's video. I had the gel eye pad on, and then besides that, I would also have prepared for myself, which is the tape, if you need to go ahead and use it, and roll up the extra tissue or the eyelid that you want to see clear better. Okay, once you have that and you're ready to set up your station, your glue. So what I did is I want to introduce a little bit about the glue here that I want to bring it in. Now, guys, remember, this is it's a sport 0.5 seconds drying time glue. And ideally, if you prepare everything correct, what I just mentioned, this glue retention could stay up from 6 to 7 weeks. Okay, with the conditions that you're going to prepare everything, what I just prepare for you. The glue itself is 5 millimeters, and given the fact that it has around 25 to 28 drops of glue in here, it will give you an average of 14 to 15 usage. Given each usage, you will use 2 drops of glue. So keep that in mind. And I want to go in details about the glue. The glue itself, storage-wise, it could be at room temperature. And temperature, it can range from 60 to 90, which is a very, very wide range of temperature that you can cover. So which is good. Humidity-wise, it could be from 20 to 70, but best work at 40 to 60%. So keep that in mind. If you live in an area where it has a high or low humidity and temperatures fluctuate really, really bad, you might want to really look into of how to store it correctly. So after that is done, knowing about the glue, and I will talk about this glue. Since it is a sport glue, it will dry fast and it works best for those that are, as a regular client or as an active client, doing sports from swimming to actively aerobics and cycling or climbing. Now, I don't recommend you hanging out the sun all the time since it is temperature dependent. Remember, it is temperature dependent. So you don't want to use a glue and then hang out at the sun all day. So let's not do that. The glue itself will best be used every day. If it's every day, it will sit on your working stations, okay? And you don't have to worry about putting it where it's supposed to be in the darkest room all the time. But like I said, depends on the area that you're in, the locations and the environment that you're in. So best result is to either have on a dark setting when you're not using it. During the day, you use it at the room temperature with light on and everything. But maybe at night when you leave your studio, you might want to use it and put it in a dark container or somewhere that is not exposed to the sun or to the direct light. Okay. I want to show you how to prepare the glue for now. So when you receive the glue here, it comes in a seal label. You're going to take it off, okay, in a moment. And it also comes with the care instruction. It also comes with a pen, okay? So with this, you must read exactly what it is. It says here for the care instructions. That's there. And also with the pen, how to properly use it. What I recommend is that this is one of our setup. I'm using the glue pod. The reason why we use the glue pod is because the depth of the pod and the circumference of the pod would hold the glue more deeper, and it will allow you to stay longer time, which is around 1 to 1.5 hours. And usually with that, it's enough time for you to finish the whole natural set. So when glue comes like this, be really, really aware that the glue comes or mixture with solvent and solute, which is powder and also liquid. What I want you to do is to go ahead and shake it for about a minute. Now, if you have a mechanical shaker, which out there, the industry, you can purchase it, and you only have to use about 30 seconds of that. But if you shake it right in the beginning of the day before you use it for about a minute, this should be sufficient for it to have a fully mixture of the solvent and solute. When after you shake it, just let it sit on a flat surface, for about 30 seconds. And after 30 seconds is done, you start using a pen. Along with that, I also recommend, if you can, okay, let it sit. If you can, there is and also what it's called a cotton pad that is available out there. You have it ready here. So about 30 seconds, settle down. You're gonna open the glue. Take this off. Now guys, this is a sealer, so when you receive this glue, it's supposed to seal it off like this. You take it off. You open. Given the fact that the glue comes in seal tip, so you have to understand once it's broken off, when it's been pinned or tampered, that's not good. Okay, so I immediately, after I shake everything, I want to puncture this seal nozzle. Use the glue tip, the needle. I would want to puncture through, and again, just give it a little shake, and then slowly open. Once it punctures through, slowly open it, and I would use this cotton pad here, wipe it clean. And I mentioned earlier, you only need about 2 drops. So here we go, 1, 2. So after I dropped it, I immediately go ahead and give it a clean. Guys, this is a 0.5 second drying time glue. So the minute that you have it out and the glue has been dispensed, it will dry out. So in order for me to make sure that my glue nozzle does not have any of the glue that are sealed or stuck to it, I repin it. Okay, I repin it, and after that I took it off and then completely cap it again. Make sure you wipe it off, because if you don't wipe off again and you cap it, the extra glue will have stains on the cap, and again that will eventually glue your tip and seal it off. So you start having the glue stuck there. Okay, so there you go. Now if you follow a proper and correct instructions of how to dispense and how to prepare your client, once you dispense a glue, I'm going to go ahead and put it down here, and your block station should be something like this. Okay, and afterward I will put the music on using my tweezers and everything ready. My client should be ready to go. That was the end of the introductories and preparations of the lashes and glue. I'm going to step right into the applications of the basic, hybrid, and volume. So what you have before that I show you is that this is the preparation, okay, of the lashes. Right now, I want to walk with you step by step for those beginner who is curious of, okay, is this glue is going to be able to work with the single lashes? I say yes, and it's even best. So the glue itself was made super fast dry. So for those that are coming into the lash industry already, have worked on a fast pace, you would love this glue because it's going to dry quick and it's going to allow you to move fast into your application. So those that are just coming in into the lash industry, you may adopt this whole method and practice over and over again to speed up your application. And it was just going to work wonderful for you as well. I have here pretend that this is the lash already. And I wanted to show you exactly how much glue to draw and how is it for you to use the glue that you have drawn and applied on a lash. This is a single application, guys. So bear with me. I have lashes here. I'm going to use this application drawing. So I draw out a bubble like so. I hope you can see that. What I do is that I will use this bubble and tap it right on top of my natural lash and push it down. I'm going to show you one of the methods that works for me. Very works well with this lash glue. So after you got the bubble, you tap from the end of the lash and then glide it down, push it down. Now again, when you come down to it, you need to make sure that you are not touching the skin. The application always have to be 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters away from the skin. Okay, so you have that. That's one method, is the push and glide. I want to show you another method. If a lot of you out there were trained differently, which is the paint. So again, this is the amount of glue that I would use. So when you do a paint method, you're going to paint from the bottom, paint up, and then you're going to lay your extensions right on top of your lashes. Again, when you lay it on top or on the side, that should be fine as well. It has to be 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters away from the skin. So either on top or on the side. And the way that you clean the glue residue is using the side of your tweezers. Bring it down on both sides, okay? And you clean it from moving the tweezers from the top or the end moving towards you. Do not moving from inside out, because by doing that motion, you're going to dislodge the extension with it. Okay, so that is the application of a single. You have two choices for those that are used to do a gliding method or the paint method. But the important thing is that you need to draw a bubble out. And using that bubble and spread the glue throughout the whole distance of the natural lash. Okay, so after this one, after finishing everything, then I would clean each of the lash. Make sure they are clean and not having any glue residue, so that way it may come in contact with the neighboring lashes, and that's going to give you a trouble of it stuck together. And be really careful also, since the glue, even though the glue dry fast, however, you have to think about how it does have enough time. It dries fast, but it still have that cushions where it can come into contact with the neighboring glue. So what I do is that I applied it from one end or one location and move it further out to the other end of the eyes, such as maybe if you start with the outer eye, outer locations of the eye, you might want to move next to the inner corner of the eye and then come back to the middle. So you have another options there to kind of move yourself in and out, allowing the glue to completely dry so it doesn't comes in contact with the neighbor lashes. So guys, that is the application of the basic. I am moving into the hybrid application and preparation. That was what I just showed you before was the applications of the single lashes. And now I want to show you, for those that are in advanced, how to make a custom fan and how to apply it so that way you can create a hybrid and volume look. So basically, what I'm doing right now is the trained. When you're starting out as a single artist, single application artist, or a beginner, you may not come through this already. It needed to be trained. It needed to be shown. So you can take a look at it and you can see what you can apply it. But this is strictly for those that are trained in the hybrid and volume and custom made fan. So the glue itself is around 0.5 second dry. What I'm using the lash here is 0.03. You can use 0.05 as well. So anything that is 0.03, 0.05, 0.07, that would consider a volume lash. And that could help you create a fan and made a custom set in hybrid look and volume look. All right, so right now when you look closer, I'm going to separate my lashes out and creating this custom fan. And before I do that, I wanted to also mention that if you have not already have so, we're using the special tools. This special tools that we have here is called volume tweezers. But what's special about it is that it's diamond coated. So you look at closer. If I do this, you can see that there are a little bit of a little glow there. So it has a little bit diamond abrasive coated to it. This will allow you to grab the lashes much more precisely and tightly. Okay, so here we go. I am grabbing about maybe 5 or 6 of the lash here. So I'm allowing this to open up. If I go ahead and lay it here, the lash itself will open up like so. And I will let it dry. Let it stay here in the way it is right now. And I move on to make another one. Pull it out. So this time I'm going to make a little bit more fuller, which is about 6 or 7. And allow it to open up as a fan. So I understand that a lot of you out there have a special way of doing it. So I don't really want to hold you in by doing just one way, but this is my way. Okay, so in order for me to make this fan here, and that's how I do it, if you want to adopt that method, I would be happy for you to go ahead and take what I have here. So right now I have 2 fans, and this one should dry already. Okay, so I'm going to take this out, and here's what it looks like. Hopefully, I'm going to turn this way for you to see. That's the fan that we have. So I'm going to show you how to apply using a 0.5 second sports glue, how to apply it on a natural lash. And from creating this fan, you can do many looks with it. You can create from hybrid to volume to mega volume. So now I have one already, and here we go. So after you're creating a fan, You then re-dip it back. Now, I don't recommend you to dip fully into the glue pot. Try to dip it just on the side, the circumference of the glue pot here, and around 2 to 3 millimeters deep into the glue pot, because we don't want to overuse the glue. This is what I have. This is as much as I have. So here we go. I would paint from the back. Paint it once or twice, and then completely wrapped around the back of the single natural lash. So I'm going to move this over so you can see better. This way. Right? That's looking from the back. And that's how you made a fan, created a fan, and applied a fan. So guys, that is the instructions of exactly how to use all glue correctly and more effectively, so you can create a fan and apply it to the desired look that you want to, whether it is a hybrid or volume or a mega volume. Guys, that was the applications of the basic, hybrid, and volume. Now I want to finish it up with giving you instructions how to do an aftercare. Because aftercare is as important as the preparation. If you don't give a proper or educate your clients, your applications of the lashes will not come out correctly. What happened is when your client walked into you, you give her the best of your application. Once the client walk out of your studio, it's the client's responsibility. So it takes two to make it perfect. So it's very important for you to really explain and educate your clients after you finish your set. What I would do is immediately is to give your client one message that she has to remember. That means that it doesn't matter how fast the glue dry, how slow the glue dry, all glue were made to have a certain amount of time of curing. That it allows the glue to completely comes in bondage together, and that way after the glue dry, then the difference between a super fast and super efficient glue is that it can hold the bonding much more stronger. And that is what's with our glue for 0.5 seconds. I know a lot of you out there, maybe still questions about, what it is that you, how is it that you different between the other glue? Is it still needed that 24 hours drying time? Yes, it does. It does. It does need it. Like as mentioned before, it required a curing time where the chemically bonding has to stay set. And once it stays set, the chemical of the glue allow it to bond it and have longer retention. So when the client walks out, all I wanted to give her one message is to remember that, hey, Miss Sue, all I need you to do now is for the next 24 hours, please do not have water contact in your lashes. This will allow your glue, allow your lashes to have a proper curing time. And along with it, I would send her home with the instructions. Now I asked her, please give it a moment, read through the instructions exactly how to care for it. Because the moment you walk out of my studio, it's your responsibility. And if you don't do your part, you are 50% responsible for any problem that goes with the lashes. So along with this, at the end of the session, I have other questions come in and ask, like, hey, after finishing the set, do I need to mist it? So guys, with our products, with our glue, I do not recommend you to mist it. And that's completely depicts the purposes of allowing the glue to cure, correct? So do not mist your lashes after. And that's coming directly from our manufacturer and as my experience. So I hope that clear off for any of the questions that, with using the mist and everything. And again, mentioning about who would use this glue and who wouldn't. So anybody who uses glue are either a beginner of the lash, industry, or an advanced already. The best are for both. Even though it says sports, because sports itself give you and allow you to withstand all these different heat, all these different oil comes in contact. But however, you still need to have that caring or the first 24 hours caring time. Again, thank you, guys. And if you have any questions at all, let me know. But that is the aftercare for the basic, the volume, and the hybrid. So I wish you well. If you have any questions, you can let us know and direct message us here. Thank you for coming in. See you next time.